You're under contract. Congratulations. And you have 7 days left until you get keys to your home. Here are the top 5 things to keep in mind during your last week before closing. Hi, this is Joy Larson with the Joy team in the Keller Williams Greater Cleveland market. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today's an exciting topic because you're under contract and there's 7 days until you close. So here are the tips you need to keep in mind, the top 5 things. There's going to be a flurry of activity, so let's dive right in on what we need to keep in mind with. First thing, utilities. Utilities you will need to transfer into your name for the day that you move into the house. So talk to your realtor, look at your contract as to when that is called the date of possession. So the date of possession is when you transfer utilities into your name. You will want to have those utilities called like the week before. Now, sometimes with delays, you might need to reschedule it for a different day, but even if you pay for an extra day or two, no big deal, right? Or you can just recall and have it transferred a day later or 2 days later if you get delayed. So don't forget, transfer utilities. Number 2, the walkthrough. The walkthrough you'll want to schedule with your realtor between 1 and 3 days before closing. And basically, this is what you're going to want to look at. It is not to spend hours in the home. It is just a quick walkthrough, like 30 minutes usually, sometimes an hour, because people love dreaming about what's going in there, and that is okay. But plan on no more than an hour. I would say 30 minutes, just to make sure that they have completed all the inspection contingencies. So if you had them fix something, you'll want to make sure that it got fixed or that there are receipts for you, because sometimes you're not going to be going up in the attic, so you have a receipt to look at as well. So that's what the walkthrough is all about. Third thing, movers. Make sure you have scheduled those movers way long time ago, like right at the beginning. But sometimes during this last week, we find out that we may be slightly delayed because of some sort of thing. There's always some type of delay. Not always, I shouldn't say that. Don't get worried. But there's sometimes a delay. So sometimes you need to call that mover and say, you know what? I don't need the moving truck until 48 hours from the date that I originally scheduled. A lot of times, you will be able to get that scheduled. Every so often, though, they are busy. So you just have to maybe check as soon as you can. But your realtor will help you with that moving truck. But also, the fourth thing, let's talk about title. Now, the title company is doing a lot of different things. Right at the beginning, they'll send you this welcome email. You'll fill out your information, and they'll start doing the deed work and all of that and doing their background check, of the house to make sure it's clear for you. You want it all good, right? Well, then the next time that you'll see the title company again, and your realtor will be talking to them and the lender will be talking to them, but a lot of times you won't hear from them until it is right before close. They will be calling you to schedule you to sign. So the title company will be calling you and schedule you to sign the documents. They will send someone out. You have to keep in mind, though, that if there is somebody maybe who's out of state, this is a dower state in Ohio, so they'll be signing as well if it is a loan. So keep that in mind. If you're married, you will need to have both of you at the signing table. And if not, they will need to have a remote signer. Sometimes people have been on vacation, so they will bring a remote signer to schedule that closing while you're on vacation at a hotel. Or you can go to the title company. Sometimes you can go to Panera. So they'll just call you, schedule that for you for your signing. When you sign, when it is closing day, you will sign pretty much the day of closing, that morning. Then many times the title company will have given you how much to wire. So you will be wiring that money as well. But I'm going to be talking about that with the lender side. But the title will be giving you those details on how much you need to transfer to title. And usually by the latest it will be the day of closing before like around 10:30, because it takes 2 to 4 hours sometimes for that wire to come in. So if you have the information the day before, then you can wire right then. But many times you're having to wire it the day of, just because of the flurry of activity that's going on. And it seems like everything is in that last week. Okay, number 5, the lender side. There's going to be a lot of different things that are going on their end too. They will be asking you for last minute documents. And some of these documents you might tell them, I have given these documents to them already. But sometimes it is the closing department or underwriters who are asking for those details. So just give them the documents and don't give them a hard time. Just do it, because the quicker that you give documents, the better and faster everything will go. Now, they will give you what's called a closing disclosure. It's called the CD. That CD you will need to sign. Once it's signed, the clock starts ticking. You have 3 days that you need to wait till you can close. Just because you sign that closing disclosure, the loan, they are ready. They will allow you to buy this house. The lender has done all their due diligence. It's went through final underwriting, and they're like, woo, we can do this loan. That CD, they cannot close until 3 days from that time period. So many people are like, oh, I can close the day I sign that closing disclosure. No. You have 3 days. So if it is on a Tuesday, a lot of times you will be closing on Friday, and that's when you'll get your keys. Again, keep it all with the contract. Look at that, follow the contract, talk to your realtor, and we're here to help you and my team if you're a part of our transaction. And congratulations, that day of signing and you get keys that evening is such an exciting time. You are going to love your new place. Thank you and have a great one. We'll see you next time.